Hello.
It's Wednesday night.
It
Welcome
is.
back to Go Game Go.
Welcome back. We've been a couple of busy fellows.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's we didn't do last week, and
No.
I was out 1 week, and
Yep.
I think you were out around Christmas, right?
I was. Yeah. I was chiming in the chat, but there was no way I was going to trust the freaking signal down there to get me anywhere. I was in like former TJville when he was when he had no good signal. Now he's got a better signal, right?
I have a quick fast food story. Just happened tonight.
Ooh.
So I had the McDonald's one where the guy wanted to charge me for honey mustard sauce.
Yes.
So I was trying to pick up Chipotle for Nathan and I for tonight. And, on Grand, there's that building that looks like a flying saucer.
Yeah.
So I go there, the Chipotle, I go into the drive-thru. And as second in line, as soon as I roll down the window, and I hear the other lady, she's ordering Starbucks. I'm like Starbucks? Like, I look, I can see the people right there. I mean, here's the speaker, and I can see the people in Chipotle. I'm like, yeah, it's Chipotle. So I get up there, I said, is this a Chipotle drive-thru? And he goes, no, it's Starbucks. Like, Starbucks? What? There's a Starbucks apparently on the other side of the building, which I didn't even see. So, I'm sitting there in line. I was probably close to 10 minutes of just sitting there, and I get up, and it's the wrong drive-thru. So then I go out, I go around, park, get in there, and I walk in, and they're kind of busy, but it's not that bad. And it was over 5 minutes before they even acknowledged I was there.
Oh, good God.
And meanwhile, this one woman, she was not very happy. She was kind of pissed off about something. And some other guy came over and said something to her. Then she walked over and yelled at some people. Then she came back, and the guy put his hand on her shoulder and said something to her again, whispered to her.
Well, it's a bitch, please.
So then, my hair is going crazy. So then,
yeah, mine's all right.
This guy finally comes and says, "What do you want?" Thanks for the welcome. What do you want? I said, I need 2 chicken burritos. I said they're going to be identical. Everything I tell you will be the same for both. So he takes out a piece of tinfoil and he slams it on the ground. He takes a tortilla and he just kind of wings it, and it hits there. And he does the same for the next one. I'm like, my God, what's going on? And then they had some of the takeout boxes that were in the way, and he took them. He just threw them. I'm like, what is happening? This is what kind of crazy place is this?
It's a circus. It's Chipotle circus.
So he finally gets to me and he goes, all right. He goes, what do you want on these? I said, white rice.
You're like, beans. Less attitude. How about that?
Yeah. It says white rice, black beans. So he puts it on there, and then he pushes it completely out of the way. Like, he didn't put the chicken on. The chicken's here. He pushed it way over here. And then I said, and then I'd like I was going to say some kind of salsa. And as I went to say it, he walked away. In mid-sentence, he just walked away from me.
What the
hell? And he goes to the woman next to me and says, what do you want? I'm like, what is happening? So then he piles hers next to mine. I guess he has good, but there was no one else in line to help, which is really weird. So he does her part, and then he goes to the next lady and gets hers. And the one lady was trying to order tofu. And he's like, what? And she goes, tofu. Tofu.
Oh!
My God.
Tofu.
He didn't know what was going on.
Finally, kung fu, tofu. I don't. What?
And finally, some guy comes over to ask me what I want. Of course, he's the same way. What do you want? And so he finishes it up. Then I said, also, I want
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Did they have shirts on says thing 1 and thing 2?
I said, first of all, I need some chicken on these things because all there is rice and beans. And then
And that's back there.
And I said, I need queso and chips. So he fills up the queso thing, and he starts ringing me up. I said, I need the chips for the queso. So he goes over and grabs it. Oh, by the way, what else is going on? There was this girl. She's trying to make chips, and she's got the chips in there, and she's poured something on. She like does the salt. Then she does one of these, like she's shaking it. But every time she does this, chips go flying. Like, whoo, the chips are just going. She doesn't care. She just keeps tossing. It's a complete nut house there. And so the guy rings me up, and he puts the burritos in, and he's staring at the bag, and he's got the queso. And he doesn't know what to do. He's like, I guess he's figuring, should I put this in a separate bag? You know what to do. So he takes it, turns it sideways. It's queso. It's just like a little, turns it sideways, puts it in the bag, and then puts the chips in there. So I immediately take it, sit it down, and get the cheese, set it right. Like, are you insane? You don't understand that that's going to completely bust loose and be nuts?
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Walk behind the counter and make your own food. Just step aside, mister. This is now a salad bar.
Like the time I was at the grocery store, this old guy, he was easily in his 70s. I mean, he's obviously retired, just working there part-time. And I had just a few groceries, but I had a box of donuts, like from the actual bakery. And I put it in the cart. He puts it in the cart, and then he piles everything else on top of it.
Oh, good God.
I'm like, how did you get to be this old and not understand that heavy stuff on top of a donut box is just going to crush everything?
Well, I don't want to be a dick, but you just want to look at him and go, I got a great thought for you. Let's say you're standing here and you're buying these donuts. You, an older gentleman who's had his fill of bullshit over your years, and me, a young cuss as myself, put your freaking 10 pounds of groceries on top of your donuts. What are you going to tell me? I don't get it. I don't get it.
God, it was just so, the whole thing, the whole experience, just so strange. I couldn't believe I was in the middle of this. Like, every worker, no, there wasn't a single worker there that wanted to be there. And I get it. I mean, who wants to be at work? But I mean, they were barely moving. They had like the worst. I mean,
yeah.
You walk up to somebody and say, "What do you want?"
And I think, what do you want? Well, and you know what? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Like, I could walk up to you and go, "Hey, what do you want?"
Yeah.
Or you can go, "Hey, what do you want?"
Give them the Isaac from Love Boat deal right there. Hey, what do you want?
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? You could do it a million different ways. You could be at home practicing in the mirror. What do you want? What do you want? I don't, and then, whatever turns you on, that's the one you take to work.
I'm starting to think the only fast food places around town to go are like Culver's, where everybody seems to be in a good mood, and
Chick-fil-A.
And have you ever been to a Freddy's?
Yes, I have.
They're kind of the same way. They're really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's the difference between, did you and I go to Ed DeBevick's together?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Celia was there with us, right?
No, it was just me and you, I think.
Just me and you?
I think
that's
so.
When we had a gentleman for a server, right? Well, gentleman. Yeah. It was a male. But because the first time I went, and he was not good. He didn't know the game. He didn't get it.
Because this is a place that insults you. Which I had no idea. I'd never heard of the place. I mean, I was like, 20, 21. I walked in there. I didn't know anything about Ed DeBevick's.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was interesting because the first time I went there, it was good. It was the server was a woman, and she totally got it. She was snarky and fun. This guy was just a dick. I'm sorry. I'm a dick. I can deal with that. This guy was an ass. I'm like, dude, you don't get the game.
I was like, why does anybody come here? This was terrible.
I'm just like, You just hate it. It's embarrassing when you watch somebody just not get it. You're like, no, nope, no, that's not it. Nope.
By the way, Freddy's is kind of like a good Steak and Shake. Because Steak and Shake's kind of gone downhill. It's like a steak burger. The food's
I guess
good.
you're right.
The fries are good.
Yeah.
The fries are very thin, like that. But it's got the added bonus of the custard, the frozen custard.
Yeah, custard is bitching.
We used to hit Freddy's quite a bit when we were traveling from St. Louis to Tulsa because there's finally some here. There's not many here, but there's a few.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, I mean, I keep seeing them. So you love Culver's, but you've never had Freddy's. Get on it, Blake.
I'd recommend
Get on it. Let's have a business meeting and sometime and talk about it.
It is the shizzle.
The first time I had it was in Columbia.
George Games, what's going on?
So, what's up? Lance is here. Lance was here. I mean, not here. Lance was on Pete's show with us last night.
Oh,
I showed up a little late. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen Pete's Papa Pete's show from last night, yeah.
And what was he celebrating?
1,000 subs. Pete is a real YouTuber now.
He is. He is. He always was. Just waiting for the numbers to catch up.
That's awesome, though.
Stupid.
I'm really happy
Stupid
for him.
Numbers. Me too.
Yeah, he's got a great channel.
What's up, Mike?
What?
Mike's in the house. Oh, we ticked the box at the same time. I ate that.
Mike. Yes.
Oh, and hey, in Pete's honor, do you have anything left, Jeff?
I think I do. Which
in Pete's honor, I'm having one of these tonight.
Excellent.
I really
Last week
I split one of these. Oh, dude! And how much cooler can you be than having a freaking Viking helmet on it? I took one of those over there, and I took one of these over there to see my friend last week, and we just split them. We split both bars to have them, and it was very good. It's very good. You're welcome, Pete. Thank you. I mean, Pete,
the candy is in our family room. That's what I'm being told. Have you seen my brown belt? I always like that. There's a great scene on Everybody Loves Raymond where Deborah gets arrested and she's in jail and she calls Raymond. And it was in the middle of the night and he wakes up, he's kind of groggy. And he's like, hello. And you can hear her say, it's Deborah. He stops and he looks over her space on the bed. She's not there. And he starts talking. She's getting all angry with him. And as he goes to hang up, he goes, oh, wait a minute, Deborah. Do you know where my brown belt is?
I need to find that show wherever I've got it streaming and start watching it. How many seasons did that go? Is that 6, 8, 9?
I think it was 9. I think it's like Seinfeld, 9.
Around your waist, she says.
I don't even have pants on. Not around my waist.
I bought me some new sweats today, so no belt, just a tie. Just a tie. They had some cool stuff at Aldi today. I bought, so that was great. Yeah,
I learned on Papa Pete's show last night that in StreamYard, all these comments, you can click on the show, but off to the side there's a star, and I didn't know what that was. Yeah. When you click it adds a starred column. And what's cool about that is if, for instance, like we're talking about some TV shows tonight, JD a while back mentioned something about Barney and Miller, so I starred it. And now I don't have to scroll through, or sometimes you can't even find it again. So then look, it's in the starred section, so boom. And yes, Barney Miller theme is one of the best ones.
It really is. It really is. That's one of those theme songs that I really would love to learn on bass. It'd be a good exercise, that's for sure. Kind of like learning the bass solo in Champagne Jam by Atlanta Rhythm Section. Do you know, years ago, I was listening to the radio here, and they had somebody had taken Imaginary Lover by ARS, and they upped the pitch of it, just one step, I do believe. And it sounded just like Stevie Nicks.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he made the joke. He was just putting everybody on. And he said, evidently Fleetwood Mac covered this song by Atlanta Rhythm Section, played it, and everybody thought it was real. He's like, no, I just upped the pitch one. And I've done it. I did it myself, and it sounds just like her. It's really weird.
Yeah.
There
was a song in the early 90s called I can't remember the song. I always think it's called 45 because that's the hook. Brim Full of Asha. That's the name of the song. And I always liked that song. But then somebody a few years ago, I can't remember. It's an Indian band. And
an Indian, like East Indian or Native American,
like from India, yeah, East Indian.
Holy cow!
So, but I always liked that song, and the video was cool. There was like a teenage girl; she was, bouncing around playing 45s and dancing. But in the background, they had an old it's the old Atari arcade game, like, what's it called? Space War, maybe? But it's just cool. It's like one plastic piece, and it has an oval screen. But it's, for some reason, this girl has this incredibly rare arcade game in the corner of her room. And I was like, I always thought that was so cool. But
what's the name of the song?
Brimful of Asha.
Brimful.
I think the band's name is something like a box in the name or something.
Corner Shop.
Corner. That's them. So
Corner Shop.
I like the song and I like the video. But then a few years ago, someone else, they did like a remix of it, and for the most part, it's sped up quite a bit. And I like the sped up version so much better.
Yeah,
it's
she's got a crap ton of retro stuff. It's like all 70s, 60s, and 70s.
I know. It's a pretty cool room for a girl that's probably like 15 or 16. Like, what's she doing with all those cool things?
What in the hell are you doing with all that?
You should give that to somebody in their 50s.
Well, that's
Catherine,
pretty cool.
So Catherine mentions Odd Couple. That was a fantastic theme song.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh my, look at that television. Wow. Yeah, this is very...
George James has a new work schedule. Now we can watch this again. Awesome. Live.
Fantastic.
One more quarter.
Did you do that on purpose? Did you go into the office and go, I'm going to need a new work schedule? I got a show to watch.
I need to watch Go Again, Go Live.
That's
one more quarter. Welcome. And
hey.
Three's Company, another classic.
Yeah.
Man, it's wow. I was trying to think of like really old ones. And I've mentioned this before. I love Ozzy and Harriet. I've watched a bunch of those shows like online, and they used to play it on TBS a while back. And I guess they had a theme song. I don't know if it was playing, but when the show first came on, what I always thought was cool was instead of like the music, there was a narrator, and he goes, he mentioned the Ozzy and Harriet show, but he goes, and here's Ozzy, and they'd show Ozzy doing something, and they'd show, and here's Harriet, and then they mentioned both David and Ricky. I just thought it was so funny. It was just so weird. when you watch those the complete shows on YouTube, they have the commercials, and the commercials are so neat because the commercials are like one commercial is so long, and it'll be like, like I think one was High Point Appliances, and they were talking about all these appliances, these new appliances that Harriet had in her home, and they're showing them. And it was like a couple. They were just like discussing them. It's like it doesn't even resemble a commercial from today, not at all. But it's so cool to see those old commercials. They're so different.
Yeah, because I mean, what a brilliant way to do that. I wonder if it would just be too expensive for them to have them do it,
And
nowadays.
back then, shows had one sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be it. I know Jack Benny's program was sponsored by Jell-O for years and years.
Well, yeah, that's like, was it Electric Company or was it Sesame Street? Their shows were brought to you by the letter Q.
Yeah.
Number 3. So I know what it's like to see that one sponsor growing up.
Rockford Files. Yep.
Rockford Files.
Off the top of my head, I cannot think of what the theme was, but I do remember always liking the theme.
Well, yeah, and then there were the songs that were hit songs like Hawaii Five-0.
That was a good one.
And the Rookies, not the Rookies, SWAT. That was a hit song.
So we're doing this as like a preview, so we're going to be doing a TV show theme brackets coming up. I'm not sure when, maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, but how are we going to do that? I mean, are we going to do
part of what I want to discuss? Because I guess we'll just have it open to every show, so you can have Rockford Files or Hawaii Five-0, or should we just do sitcom theme shows?
I think so. I mean, I don't know. Like here, like I just had a playlist going today on Spotify, and what did I hear? Welcome back.
Oh, that's a good song.
I mean, that was a hit song.
I have the Mary Tyler Moore season 1 theme song on my phone, so it pops up with my music.
That's beautiful.
And Speed Racer.
Bill Cosby's Libido was sponsored by Jell-O.
To be specific, Pete, that was Jell-O Puddin' Pops.
Puddin' Pops.
Jell-O Puddin' Pops.
Get a pudding pop. Oh,
speaking of Bill Cosby, Fat Albert.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now, there's another thing there. Should we include cartoon themes? Or is that a whole different category?
Lord. They're all different categories. I mean,
yeah, Cotter, WKRP. Wait, I thought JD was at work right now.
He's almost done. He said he was almost done.
Oh, that's right. He was saying 8:30, but he's an hour ahead of us. So.
Did you put that one on about that Lance was talking about?
Wait a minute.
That's how Mattel blew up. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Mattel. Wait a minute. What was that when the Barbie doll first hit? Is that Mattel? I was just watching a show about this. The woman who came up with this idea. She finally got
Mattel
someone to sponsor that, and it because she went to several people, and everyone's like, "You got to be kidding me!" Basically, they thought it was a doll that looked like a hooker, and they're like, "No one's buying this." Taxi theme was cool.
Hey, Walt, we'd like to sell you on this hooker doll. That'd be cool.
You only have to pay once.
Okay, and then I'll draw a lot of my characters that look like that.
So the taxi theme is interesting because the video of it, I believe it's only 8 seconds long that loops. So
yes, that is absolutely right.
And it's even a bad cut. It's not even a good edit. It just
you're right.
It's pretty hard, and they just looped it over and over.
I totally noticed that when I just watched it. I watched an episode a few months ago, and I was like, they just looped this thing.
So here's another one, White Shadow. I remember loving the TV show and the theme song, but for the life of me, I can't remember the theme song right now. But I do remember I really liked it.
Yeah, and then there were like theme songs like Mannix was awesome, Cannon was awesome. You had Streets of San Francisco. See, I mean, there's just those just live on themselves. The Hunter theme, I think, was pretty good.
Munsters is a classic.
I mean, Johnny Quest theme kicks ass.
So,
I
believe
got it all.
Didn't the same guy write The Addams Family and Green Acres? I think the same guy wrote both of those, which are both classic.
I mean, they sound very similar. They do. That's an interesting point.
Oh, wait a minute. What's Happening? That was
What's Happening. Yep. And then you've got Friends. That was a hit song by the
So
Rembrandts. And then
now
you've got Cheap Trick doing the 70s show.
So what do we do about shows whose theme is a song that already exists? Does that count?
Sure.
Like Bosom Buddies did Joel
Billy
Joel's
My Life.
My Life.
My Life. Yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah.
Because
and then Golden Girls used Thank You for Being a Friend. Right?
Yep. We should have 4 32 count categories as discussed before. I don't even remember discussing this. What were they?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's January, right? If anybody didn't know that yet. I'm a freaking genius. Just to let you know.
Genius.
I may not be smart, but I'm a genius. But here's what we can do. I think that here's an idea. It may be bad, but it's an idea. Why don't we do for the year? Why don't we do every other month? We have a theme song bracket, is what I think we ought to do. Thanks for joining us for our business meeting tonight, folks. Because everybody's involved. I mean, everybody here can send in
with the chat because sometimes when we do these things, someone in chat will throw something out like, "Hey, what about this?" or "What if you did this?" And I'm like, "Well, where were you when we were figuring this out?"
Yeah, because that gives us 6 shows throughout the year to do different ones. You can have sitcoms, you can have detective shows, you can have one that would be about ones that became hit songs, including the ones that had hit songs that made it, then they were put into the thing. Like there's the $6 Million Man, themes. Soul Train. There you go. That's a beautiful one right there.
Welcome to the show,
of course.
Dan. Twin Peaks.
Sanford and Son, of course. No? Okay. That does not count. All right.
All right. He's got sitcoms, cartoons.
I have a great idea. Why don't we just talk about those songs, though? Within one of those shows, we can highlight some songs that were hits and became theme songs.
Yeah.
I mean, there's All in the Family. There's MASH.
Yeah, All in the Family is I mean, anyone who grew up watching All in the Family, man, that's a classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got action.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you for that, JD. Mm-hmm. Big Star. I was in the dollar store a while back and I found a video talking about Big Star. It's the story of Big Star. It's kind of cool. And then I heard that song and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I thought it was Cheap Trick.
Oh yeah, we still need to do we need to do a movie night still with the spouses. That would be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, you can do that one in between. So did you see this one for Pete here with the sitcoms is one, cartoons is one.
Yeah, I wrote
drama and comedy. Drama comedy. Would it be dramedy? And variety. Oh, drama, comedy, and variety.
Ooh, variety is interesting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Carol Burnett had a theme song. I guess did Sonny and Cher have a theme song? I know Donnie and Marie did, for the most part. I mean, they had a thematic song where they did it. Did they do that every show? They were like, I'm a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
Yeah. Yeah. What about YouTube themes?
Yeah.
Papa Piece. Oh, Night Court. That was a good one.
That means I got to put the final on ours. The Jetsons. Yeah. See, it's a good one. Jetsons. You know what? We could have Mike on one of those shows and he could play little tidbits of those songs on his keyboard.
Ooh. You listening, Mike?
What that? Are you listening, Mike?
What's interesting about breaking it down in these categories is we allow for more sitcoms to be in here, or not more sitcoms, more theme shows. Because I think for the most part, I think sitcoms are going to be most of the themes that people pick out.
I don't know.
Right
Not for me so much. Not for me so much. As it was so because because again, when I do bike riding, I love putting on movie soundtracks or like the Johnny Quest theme. Brilliant. That's perfect. SWAT. That's awesome. Any of Mannix, any of those old, shows. The Prisoner.
Mike's down for it. Yes.
Excellent.
X.
Yeah, Muppet theme. That's brilliant.
Oh, I would definitely consider it a variety, wouldn't you?
I would too. Yeah.
Basically, it was supposed to be a variety show. Yeah.
Exactly.
But Pete bringing out the old stuff here. Love Boat.
See, A-Team. Yeah. 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 Hey, what was the one that had that, Jeff? You were just doing that. And had that like a theremin thing in it where it's like, what was that?
I was just doing it.
I know there was a tone you just had that it reminded me of one where it had those in it. It was like, shucks. Is it? What the heck? Yeah, there's Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek. These days, sometimes it's I don't automatically land on Star Trek because there's been so many movies, so I don't always anymore. I don't always just think of it as a show. But I mean, that is bloody brilliant right there. The Twilight Zone.
And you go with cartoons, yeah. Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest, SWAT Cats, brilliant. JD, if you've never heard the SWAT Cat sound theme song, you got to check it out. That's amazing guitar work.
There's some classics in the classic shows in the 70s, like Kojak and Beretta.
What about Dragnet? Dragnet. It's like
that's a
big,
good one.
Heavy duty. Yeah. Like like Hawaii 5-0. I'd put that on my playlist to ride my bike. The Thundercats theme, that had some blazing guitar riffs in it.
Flintstones, like Simpsons and Rocky and Bullwinkle, they actually were in originally were on. They were in prime time. They're at night when they came on. So
that was same with Johnny Quest.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Scooby Doo, where are you?
Oh man. and then that gives you, once you get into Scooby Doo, you got. I mean, I realize it's every Hanna-Barbera at that point, but you got Scooby Doo, you got Goober and the Ghost Chasers, you got Jabberjaw, Speed Buggy.
Speed Buggy? I love Speed Buggy.
Yeah, I love that. What was the one with the colonial ghost? Well, that was Goober and the Ghost Chasers, right?
Yeah.
But then what was the other one that had a dog too?
Oh man, so many of them had dogs.
I know. There was one other one I thought.
Oh, there was Dino Mutt.
Yeah, there was Dino Mutt and HR Puff and stuff. That's great. Yes. An Underdog. Yeah, Catherine throwing down on Gem.
Wait, what's Gem?
Gem? What's that? That's the one where they had the band, right? Am I right, Catherine? Should I be embarrassed that I know that? Oh, Croft Superstars. Look at you. Catherine's on a roll here.
Oh, Hong Kong Phooey. Oh, that was a great song.
Yeah. Hong Kong #1 superstar. Yeah.
All right, now I got to look up for Gem. How did I not see this cartoon? What? Yeah.
Gem is amazing. she says.
All right, Catherine, I'm gonna look this up. Gem.
Yeah, isn't that right? She had a pop band and she was like a superhero too.
Or Josie and the Pussycats. They were a pop band that
Josie.
solved crimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number one.
And they wore cute
guy.
outfits. Number one super guy. They made out on Gem.
I don't think we're that kind of channel.
Yeah, she had a band. I didn't either. Ooh, there you go. There you go.
Or as I know it, G-Force.
Yeah, G-Force, right.
Yeah.
Embrace your knowledge of Gem. Thanks. I'm in touch with my feminine stuff.
I have no clue how. Is it Gem or Gems?
Gem. It's Gem.
Gem.
It's Gem and the whatever.
How did I not? I didn't know there's
Clue
any
Club.
cartoons.
Funky Phantom. Yeah, that's it. There was Goober and the Ghost Chasers and Funky Phantom. That's the one with the colonial ghost. That's what it is.
Phantom.
Yeah, Funky Phantom.
Gem and the Holograms? Is that the actual
Gem
name?
and the Holograms. That's it.
There you go. Season 1, episode 1, the beginning. It's the first episode is on YouTube.
Well, we know what Jeff's doing after the show.
I'm looking at this. I've never seen this. I think this must have been after.
Jeff's going to get in touch with his Gem side. Oh, Wacky Races. Lidsville. There you go.
Wacky Race. Oh, what about Catch That Pigeon?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Huh. And there's the whole big Warner Brothers. And what about the Animaniacs theme? How brilliant was that? That was great. That was like a kid's version of like We Didn't Start the Fire. There, I was going to say this earlier, yeah. And this, Get Smart, what a great.
You know what's interesting? Have you ever heard the Japanese version of Speed Racer theme?
No.
Yeah, don't bother.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. It's got like a jazzy feel to it, and it's okay. But when you compare it to the American version, it's like,
I'm sorry, but that's hilarious, Pete.
I just might, Pete.
By the end of the night, you'll be like, Frasier, episode 2, Gem, 2nd season.
They even have a 2nd season?
I don't know. Pinky and the Brain was great too. Yeah. Tiny Toons. Yeah.
Someone said,
man, we got
Smurfs
some good stuff. Oh no. Well, yeah, Starfleet. That's a great song. Anybody needs to check something out by our past Eddie Van Halen. That was a project. Starfleet project is what he did with Brian May. It's really cool stuff. And that Starfleet song, I don't think it ever was, but it would be a perfect theme song for a show. Power Rangers theme was pretty cool too.
For some reason, I think the 60s and 70s were kind of the heyday of themes. 80s were pretty good too. But I think that's when they started to die off.
Again, the 90s had these shredding guitar things. Like I say, SWAT Cats. Check out the SWAT Cats theme song. It's great. Totally kicks ass. I have the whole series over there. I need to watch that. I need to make that my new thing. Magnum PI, yeah. One of my dad's favorite shows. Which should just bring on a flood of Knight Rider. Baywatch.
One of my favorites is Green Acres. I just love that song. It's so funny. Mm-hmm.
And Petticoat Junction, right in there.
I mean, think about all the
Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, Hogan's Heroes. Gilligan's Island. Yeah. I Dream of Jeannie. Meow 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 meow. Yes.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that cat commercial for what was the food? And they had all the different celebrities. The cats would meow like all the famous celebrities. Like there was one that did Louis Armstrong. He's like meow meow meow. And they had one that did Peter Lorre. He's like meow 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 meow. Meow mix. There you go, Lance. Lance is back right on my trail. I love the moments where Lance and I link up again. Hey, Sir Link a lot. Link a lot, Lance. Sir Lance.
Leave it to Beaver is fantastic, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Laverne and Shirley was really good.
That was good too. Mm-hmm. Yep. What about the Joni and Chachi theme? Joni Loves Chachi. I don't even remember what that sound. What about Charles in Charge?
I've never even seen that show. That's a show I somehow missed that. And what's the other one with the guy from Taxi, the boxer from Taxi?
Oh, you mean Tony Danza?
Yeah. What was his show?
Who's the Boss?
Who's the Boss? I never saw that either.
Yeah. Wow. So first of all, I'm amazed that I came up with Who's the Boss, because usually when I'm on a show and I'm trying to think, I'm like on a game show and I'm like, I was trying to come up with somebody's coworker's name yesterday and I was still having problems. I got it, but I mean, at the moment I was like, because if you ever, I mean, I probably shouldn't talk about it. It'll be mistaken and it won't go right. I have a feeling.
Didn't Tony Danza play Tony in every show?
I think that's what we were mentioning, that because I mentioned an actor where I think isn't it Charlie Hunnam? He's either, his name is always, I don't know, it's always close to his name or something like that. There's another actor where I
had heard that Tony Danza, they called him Tony in that show. Mm-hmm. Because he wasn't an actor and he had a hard time responding to a different name.
Right.
So he said, you're just going to be Tony.
You're just everything you're in, just Tony.
Basically, they're pretty much just saying, you're kind of slow. You're just be Tony.
But you got a nice butt and you look really cool.
And you look like you're from New York. So here you
go. You're the original Joey.
Yeah, I was not a fan of the show, but this theme song was quite memorable.
It is an earwig. It is. Soap, fantastic thought. Silver Spoons, yes. Yes, yes. I didn't watch that show either, but doggone yes, was I an Aaron Gray fan? Of course. Aaron Gray all day. Yeah. But they weren't the same Tony.
Not the Tony Danza.
Oh, Gary Shandling show. What about Seinfeld? That's wonderful.
Yeah, again, I was watching a show about that, and they said every episode had a different theme song. It was basically the same one. It was slightly different.
A little different. Huh.
Yeah.
Just a cool little bass line.
In fact, I was watching episode 1 of season 3, and there's these women singing in the background, just kind of making sounds. Yeah. I'm like, it came on like, what the hell is that? I've never heard that before. And that was gone by the next episode. So for one episode, they had this in there. Like, that's weird. But I mean, overall, it's the basic theme song. They didn't really, but they would change this a little bit all the time.
Now, would you put David Letterman theme and the Tonight Show theme in with like variety shows, right?
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Tonight Show, the original one with not the original one, but the one with hey,
see you, George. What do you wait before you go, George? Did I catch you in time? What are you eating? That's what I got to know. If somebody's going to tell me they're going to go eat, I want to know what they're going to eat. Hopefully, I caught him. Oh, original Monday Night Football, yeah.
Oh, that is good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good, Lance.
Where I learned about John Lennon passing. Please don't include the Friends theme song.
Well, let me ask you this, because we were talking about not including just regular songs that a show took. Was that song already out when they used it?
I think it was. I think there was even another version. I have to double check that. Dexter and Community, Three's Company, yes. DJC.
Yeah, Three's Company was.
Yeah.
They changed their theme song a little bit.
Yeah. What about the Roper or did the Ropers have a?
They did have a theme song. I can't remember what it was, but all I remember was Mr. Roper had a plunger, and he was kind of like almost like marching with the plunger in his hand as the theme song was going on.
You know, like you do.
So, Peter, are you saying that the Rembrandt song for Friends was made for the show? Because if that's the case, then it should count. I mean, it should be allowed. If it was made for the show.
Yeah. See, and here's another one.
Oh, that's a classic.
It is. Even with two
counts.
E's, it's a classic. And here, I was going to mention this. Yeah, good. That's a fantastic Jan Hammer. How beautiful is that? Check out some Jan Hammer stuff. I mean, please get out there and check out Jan Hammer stuff. His solo stuff. Check out the stuff he did with Neil Schon from Santana, then Journey, and also, I mean, countless other things. But then also check out Jan Hammer working with Al Di Meola. Some awesome stuff. Awesome killer stuff.
How are we this far into the show, and this is the first time anyone mentioned Andy Griffith Show?
Well, I was going to mention it earlier because my friend used to use his belly button, and he'd do that. And he'd like stick his gut out, be like, and he'd make it look completely ridiculous. It was brilliant. It's funny. The Office.
Great. The Office.
But you know who wrote that? You know who did that?
Jay Ferguson, who did
yes, Jay Ferguson. Yes. And what band was he in? Anybody?
No. I do not know.
He was in a couple of bands. He was in JoJo Gunn, if I remember correctly. And if I also remember correctly, he was in Spirit. Before he went off on his own and had Thunder Island and Shakedown Cruise.
There you go. George Gaines having tacos.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Tacos, yum.
Yeah.
What do you like on a taco, Jeff?
I
hate the whistling.
Just
wait, you hate our whistling or you hate the whistling?
Oh, she hates all whistling. Anytime there's a great whistling song that comes on, like
Kolchak.
Like
Kolchak the Night Stalker.
What am I thinking of? Oh, Walk Like an Egyptian, or Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard. Great whistling songs. Or Centerfold.
Oh no!
I'm always whistling those. What's the one? Is it? It might
beautiful
be
right there.
Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard, where the whistling is kind of off key, and I can nail the off key parts of it. And you know you're doing it right. Like when you're driving the car, you know you're doing it right when you can't hear the song whistle anymore. Like the two whistles just kind of blend together. That's when you know you nailed the whistling.
Whereas Celia just wants to nail the person who's whistling to the wall. Gomer Pyle, great. Three Stooges. See, is there whistling in the Three Stooges?
I wish.
Yes, Electric Rendezvous. That's exactly what I'm talking about. What a beautiful record that is.
When American Idol
all of those records in that time frame.
When American Idol was on, I said they should have an American Whistler version. Those whistle songs. But then I was thinking it'd probably just be 10 people whistling Andy Griffith song or Andy Griffith. Now the
Oh
Benny
man.
Hill theme, which is hilarious, that was an actual song, right? I mean, they didn't make it for Benny Hill, did they?
What is the song? I've got to remember. Yeah, that's like, yeah. Oh man, she's loving the show tonight. You're doing all that whistling.
Yeah, that does remind me of Big Bang Theory when Penny was talking to Leonard on the couch, and Sheldon was in the kitchen, and they were talking about things that piss him off, and he goes, you can't whistle when you're here. Like Penny didn't believe it, so Leonard whistled real quickly, and Sheldon just whips around. He goes, "First warning." That was great.
Yakety sax. What is that?
Oh, that's the theme song for Benny Hill, right?
Oh, is that what that is?
But that
Yeah.
exists
Okay.
before Benny Hill, right?
I would think so. I think so. What about the Monty Python theme? They had a Monty Python's Flying Circus, and then they had maybe that was an existing song too. That is a real song. They use the same song for sports bloopers. Yeah, how about that? What
They
what's
use that
a
for wait, they used it for that scene in Walking Dead when Rick and who's the guy with the crossbow?
Daryl?
Daryl, when they were chasing Jesus through the field.
Oh, that's right.
The very next day, someone on YouTube already had it set up. They're showing that clip and they're just playing the Benny Hill theme to it. That song makes everything hilarious.
Oh man. Yeah, Patty Duke. Yeah. Yeah. I have to remember that one though.
Ooh, Bewitched. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. It is. She was so pretty and just so sweet. Oh, John Philip Sousa Tuna. Oh, there's one.
Oh, I love Mystery Science Theater's theme song.
Yeah. And Linus and Lucy for Charlie Brown stuff.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
I think
Am
Pete
I
fell
not
asleep for a
cluing
little
it? Oh man.
Yeah, Golden Girls was good. Although, wasn't that a song?
See, that was an existing song. Can't use it. Yeah. I mean, according to Pete. So. All right. Rick and Morty. There you go. You know, that's a show that I think I need to be watching, but I have never watched it.
I've seen the first episode like twice, and I like it. But it's like Frasier. I couldn't get past it. I don't know why.
Huh. What about this? I'm gonna throw down.
Oh,
in
Pete, that was Monty Python. I liked talking cartoons. I always liked Phineas and Ferb's theme song.
Oh yeah, and what a great show! And how hilarious is it that I'm gonna get ready to go and celebrate my dad's 90th, and he's the one that turned me on to those guys.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Now, what about this one? We used to do that one all the time with my friend. We'd give him shit.
Oh yeah, I was going to mention Corciovetti's Father. I always liked this. It was a good song to sing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or whistle.
Or whistle. Oh man. Coco demanding catnip again.
Yeah, we gave catnip. Grandma B, she had a cat a long time ago, and we gave catnip to her. And the cat flipped out. I mean, she was going nuts, jumping. And
oh yeah,
somersaulting, and like, that was the last time she got that.
Yeah,
she went nuts.
And here's Salvatore's mentioning Gilligan's Island. Yes.
Now, which version do you like? The original where it said "and the rest," or Professor and Mary Ann? Remember, they added Professor and Mary Ann in season 2, I believe.
I think you're right.
They didn't include them in the first one. They just said "and the rest." There was only 2 people left, and they couldn't even say their names.
I know. I'm like, what? And then how do they just easily fit it in? Until tonight. Damn you, go game, go.
All right. DJC says all the name. Saboteur.
Yeah, Saboteur says all the names. Yeah.
Oh, I know a good.
Oh
whistling.
yeah. Bam, dun dun.
Oh, that was great.
That was great.
Another good whistling song, TV theme is Newhart.
Yep. Another hot moment for Celia. Jack Spam.
She said,
She's freaking out like, oh yeah, there you go. Oops,
Peter.
sorry, I did it again.
X-Files.
Yeah, what's up?
The beginning of X-Files was really cool.
You know, X-Files is a show that it's like Supernatural. It just gets on my nerves after a while because again, Supernatural, it's like, well, you don't know what it's like. I've been to hell and back. And then when the other one goes to hell and back, then you're like, well, all right, well, that sucked, and you're like, they're always bitching about something. Well, look at me, I'm bitching about it now. So
you guys are always bitching about something.
And X-Files was the same way. She's like, well, it could just be this. I'm like, you've seen some weird shit. What makes you think this isn't just some more weird shit? Why do you have to explain away everything with all the stuff you've seen? Oh, how about Brooklyn Nine-Nine? That's a good one too. Yeah. Police Squad, Dragnet. Yep. Oh, another show called Damn Right. Wait. Oh, sorry. That's not it. Quantum Leap. There you go. That's a good one. What about Land of the Lost? Oh, there's one that we haven't mentioned yet. Nope. Did you lock up, Jeff? All of a sudden I'm realizing I'm not hearing him and he looks locked up. There you are. Oh, he locked up again. Hill Street Blues.
Are we back?
Yeah, you're back. There you are.
Okay.
Yeah, Hill Street Blues. That was I mean, how many theme songs did Post do?
No, I think we're around 28, Pete.
So what was the guy's first name? Was it Michael Post or what was it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Ooh,
He did a crap ton of themes.
Although it wasn't, that was a song before the show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking
no,
a different show?
No, it became a hit song.
Ah, okay. That's
Mike Post. And also Steven Dorff did a lot of stuff too. Back in the day. And then his son became an actor. And he was like the villain in the first Blade movie.
I think this is the first we've had the exact same post 3 times in a row. Mike Post, Mike Post, Mike Post. What has ever happened before?
And how odd that it says Post.
Yeah. Yeah, Get Smart. That was a classic.
Yeah.
Is this our first Brady Bunch mention?
Yeah, that's what I clicked on it a minute ago. Yeah, that's a great one. Because what else is there that was right around that same time? Well, and think about the musical cartoons, like the Beatles theme. The Beatles had a cartoon. The Osmonds had a cartoon. The Brady Bunch had a cartoon.
Really?
Yeah. They had animated series. The Brady Bunch was done by Filmation. Hanna-Barbera, I think, did the Osmonds and the Jackson 5. But that was the Jackson 5. I think they used one of their hit songs. I think they used ABC maybe. Oh, one was an accident.
Papa Pete, of course, followed up with a Mike Post, so gives us 4 in a row, an all-time record. So what theme songs do you think have a chance of being the number 1 seed in the 4 brackets? Not the 4. Let's just do like sitcoms.
Okay, sitcoms.
So with sitcoms,
MASH.
be the 4. I think
What about WKRP?
Ooh, no one did mention One Day at a Time, Catherine. Metalocalypse.
Yeah,
Localypse.
WKRP.
I
Welcome
think,
back, Cotter.
doesn't the Jeffersons have to be in the number one seed?
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't like the Jeffersons theme song?
Yeah.
Ah, it's such a great song.
I'm looking up. Let me see what this does here. I'm checking out this. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully my
Yeah,
WKRP DVDs come in before the show. Moving on up.
Moving on up.
But see, we had a question before the show about WKRP. Is it a one entry or a two? Because their theme song at the end is completely different, unlike most shows. Or do you just count them as one?
I mean, I need paper.
Are there many shows that have two completely different theme songs? One for
That's what I was wondering. I'm like doesn't Archer? That's a great theme song. That is fantastic.
I think I've heard,
and I think it's a different one in the beginning.
Like I think I've heard theme songs at the end that were like a variation of the first one.
Count them as one, or just go for the first one. Pete says.
Yeah, I guess we really can't count the second one because we don't have any closing themes. But what a great theme that is.
Voltron. That would be another thing to do. Voltron, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Party of Five. Wow. Peter's really racking his brain for that one. I forgot about Party of Five.
Yeah.
I don't remember the...
Yeah, Frasier. See,
Frasier on both ends.
It is. It took me a while to realize that was Kelsey Grammer singing the ending.
Next time you listen to the WKRP theme song, picture Les Nessman singing, because there are parts of that song where it sounds like Les Nessman. Yeah.
Okay.
Got to have it in your head though.
Okay.
Oh, 8.
Oh yeah, 8 is enough.
I never liked Dick Van Patten. Or that little kid on the show.
I could just see you walking up in a celebrity situation, and this guy here's Dick Van Patten walks up, and the kid, and you're like, hi. Yeah, I know I never did like you guys. Just what do you want?
Yeah. I never liked any.
There's Jeff. Hi, welcome to Chipotle. What do you want? I've never liked you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Adam Rich was a little snot.
Didn't like that was his name. Yeah.
What a terrible haircut.
Oh, Chips. Good call.
Yeah, Chips.
Yeah, good call. We didn't think about that one. More music and less Nessman.
Wasn't that Venus Flytrap that did that?
Yes, I think that's right. Oh, Charlie's Angels, good one. And what about $6 Million Man?
No. Wasn't that scene in the first Office great when Michael was pretending to be the $6 Million Man walking back to his office? He goes, sha-na-na-na-na. But he went on and on, like
he did.
Seconds. And it was so uncomfortable. And then they show Pam, and she's just like rubbing her head, going, "Oh my god!" I think that's what everyone was doing. Like, "Oh man, this is so uncomfortable."
Oh, Buck Rogers and BJ and the Bear. There you go. Cyril's in the house.
What an idea for a show.
BJ and the Bear. I used to watch that show. What was that actor's name?
Talking about BJ or
he was in it. Well, the Bear. No. No, the guy who played BJ was in another. he was in another show that I liked, and oh man,
Oh, Moonlight.
Moonlighting. There you go.
Is this the actor you're talking about? I'm not sure who that is.
70-year-old with a hip replacement these days. Ow, Pete. Damn.
Oh, My Three Sons. Yes.
Yeah.
I mentioned Mary Tyler. I didn't actually mention it for the show, but I did mention that I had it on my phone. But yes, Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah.
Especially the
I
first
Love
season.
Lucy.
I think the first season was the best. I Love Lucy.
I don't remember My Two Dads. I remember the show, but I don't remember I don't remember the song. It's not really a theme, just more like effects.
I Love Lucy, the 50s one, which we probably won't have many entries. But there was another show that went head to head with I Love Lucy at that time called I Married Joan, starring Joan Davis.
I remember that.
And her husband, her TV husband, was Jim Backus. He played a judge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just funny because she was apparently a pretty big star back then, but I guess I Love Lucy just kind of wiped them out and no one remembers Joan Davis anymore. But the theme song was hilarious. It was like, I married Joan. That is terrible.
Now, I wanted to say to Catherine, this is sometimes how people describe me. I'm not really a theme, just more sound effects and a lot of talking. That's me.
Car 54. It's the first time we've heard that one.
Yeah, I thought of that earlier. Thought of that one earlier. Simpsons.
Taxi. I don't know if anyone said The Simpsons yet.
We talked about The Simpsons earlier. And Mad About You.
Mad About You. Oh, you were talking about SWAT, sir.
I was. That was a hit song. That was a hit. Catherine, thank you. She liked that. Yeah, what's a show that you've been thinking about watching again? And no joke about like Frasier or anything like that. But what's a show that you think you want to watch again, but you're just having a tough time starting it because you're concerned that you're just gonna be bored?
Huh.
$6 Million Man to me would be one of those. I'm like, I really want to watch it again.
I can't imagine that aged well.
But it's like the A-Team. I want to watch the A-Team, but God, I think 45 minutes of the A-Team is just 45, 47, 50 minutes, however long they are before commercials,
What about The Flying Nun?
The Flying Nun.
The Flying Nun.
There's none like her. Oh, the Hardy Boys. Hardy Boys. Do you remember? Hey, Catherine, do you remember the Hardy Boys episode where they meet Dracula? Dracula, I think, is Lorne Greene. Is that right? And then it's like, is he really Dracula? And then like he disappears. And in the show, they do the hit song. I think back in the time, it was kind of a hit called "The Hell of It." And it's written by why can't I say his name? He was in Smokey and the Bandit, the short guy, Paul Williams. He wrote a lot of great music. Out in the Country by Three Dog Night, I just listened to today. I actually listened to it twice today. But yeah, he did a song called The Hell of It. And Sean Cassidy sang it on that show because they had a band. So Airwolf theme, good one. Very good. But the Hardy Boys, and there was also the Nancy Drew mysteries too. Cagney and Lacey, Captain Kangaroo. Look it out. Dang.
Captain Kangaroo and Lacey.
Captain Kangaroo and Lacey.
Oh shoot, it's moving too fast. I keep clicking on the wrong one. Soupy sales.
What about the Gong Show theme?
I love that, Lance. That's awesome.
In honor of Bob Saget. Hey, Christine said, did you realize that Bob Saget was the narration voice on How I Met Your Mother?
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
I had no idea.
What the hell is this?
What? Oh, that's the Mr. Rogers, the Canadian Mr. Rogers.
Wait, is that the show we saw with the trunk?
I think so.
Or shall we say with the drunk?
I think you have to be Canadian or from Michigan.
Ooh, there you go, straight out of the Blues
that's
Brothers.
a good song. Yeah, that's a good.
That is a good one. Peter. What about Bonanza and Ponderosa and Logan Steakhouse? And wait, it's not right.
Wait, Believe It or Not. I mean,
it's
Ripley's
just
Believe
me.
It or Not, or when I
probably the Ripley's Believe It or Not.
I think of George Costanza. He did his phone.
There it is. The Tickle Trunk.
Man,
you want to talk about creepy? That's creepy.
A guy with a tickle trunk. He might be in the pokey.
Never
today.
trust a guy with a tickle trunk. You got a tickle trunk, you got people locked up in the basement. Oh yeah, he said, "Whoop, we're whoop there."
Right.
It's rock and roll on the episode of the Hardy Boys. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was right at the height of his career, man. And then he went on to become a big television producer guy. I have his because Christine had it. It's right over there. Maybe one night I'll put it on when I get back to my hammer away. I'll do some Sean Cassidy.
Man, Catherine knows her Hardy Boys.
What did she say? You mean just because of that, or something else?
In general,
she said?
She really knows her.
Yeah.
Halt and Catch Fire. Yeah, that was a good theme.
I don't remember that.
Thanks for joining, Kelly. I haven't seen you here in a while.
Yeah. Disjointed?
I don't know what that one is. Disjointed.
I don't either. But Thundercats, see, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. Brilliant guitar work.
The British show Inbetweeners had a great theme song.
Danger Mouse had a great theme song. Lone Ranger, boom. See, but that doesn't count though, right? Because that's the 1812 Overture. Lone Ranger. Yeah.
It was a good theme song though.
It was.
Batman,
very well used. Oh Batman. Yeah, Batman.
Is that the first time someone's mentioned that tonight?
It is.
Oh,
and
such a great
the original
theme.
Yeah, the original Spider-Man theme. I have a question aimed at like JD and other music heads out there. What famous guitar player he's in a band. He's been in a band since the 70s. What famous guitar player did a version for one of the versions of a Spider-Man animated series? And it was based off the original one, I think. No.
I have no idea.
It was new. Any idea? Anybody know what famous guitar player did a theme song for an animated Spider-Man show? I actually have it on a CD. Yes, maybe.
It's the whole show.
Oh, by the way, I got Just Cause 2 the other day.
Ooh.
For the PS3. So I gotta get into those.
And why'd you get that?
Because I was talking to my son about it, and I was saying, that's one of the reasons that I like getting into things late. Let's do a whole show on the Hardy Boys.
Sir, I set you up for a great joke. You said I got Just Cause 2 that day. I said, and why'd you get it? You should have just said, Just Cause.
Just Cause. Oh, wow. Sorry, drop the ball. Drop the ball. Peter Gunn. What a great theme. What a great theme. Green Hornet. I want to hear it again. JD thinks he knows, but
yeah, Spider-Man cartoon. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Joe
Does
Perry.
whatever a spot. That's it. Very good. Very good. Joe Perry from Aerosmith. Nice.
I wasn't explaining the joke. I was explaining how the joke was supposed to turn out.
I don't think that's what he was explaining how I failed. That's what he was doing. Stuart, let me, in a friendly way, let me tell you how you failed. So Jeff sets the ball in the tee.
Yeah, Ramones did a Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's right. That's
version.
right. They had that album that came out, Saturday Morning Cartoons, too, which had some really cool covers on it.
Yeah, they had HR Puffin stuff.
Yes.
Hong Kong Phooey. I think my favorite on that
Now,
was Banana Splits.
And what was the lead? Peter. What was the lead actor's name in HR Puffin stuff?
Oh, the kid with the magic flute? I don't know.
That's what I told her. You got a magic flute. Yes, I do.
Are you happy to see me? Or?
Is that a flute in your pocket? It's not just a flute. It's a magic flute.
There's a picture of Papa Pete with Mr. Dress Up stuff.
Where's your tickle box, Pete? Your tickle trunk.
Well, he can't tell us.
It's in his pants. Magic flute.
Michael Bublé, I can't even say his name. Bublé did a Spider-Man song? That's crazy.
What did he do? You know, there's a Styx song in which they mention Spider-Man and what other superhero? There's another. I should just have a quiz night. Hold on, I'll go get it.
Pete is headed out to get his tickle trunk.
Get the tickle trunk. Who's using it tonight? That's what I want to know.
Pete gets 1,000 subs and he automatically brings out the tickle trunk.
See what happens. Howard the Duck. Oh, good Lord. Oh, Michael Bublé plays hockey. Interesting.
Bublé.
What was my question was Styx does a song. It's on Styx 2 with Lady on it. And they mentioned Spider-Man and what other superhero in the song?
I don't know.
Because he's talking about a guy working a newsstand. And I never quite got it when I was a kid. I never quite got what he was talking about. He just would say Spider-Man and the
Batman.
Nope. Both Marvel characters. The interesting thing about it is that these I'm going to give anybody who knows their comics out there, especially Marvel. This is a big clue. These characters were in Marvel Team Up. Marvel Team Up was mainly Spider-Man when I was collecting it, but early on it was a team up with some other character. So no, not Green Lantern, because that was DC. Still is DC. I'm trying to think, even in Marvel, is there a green something? I mean, there's a red Hulk, but there's no green Hulk because Hulk's just green. But in DC, you have Green Lantern and Green Arrow. And Jeff, in my world, in Jeff's world, there was the Green Panther. Oh, Green Goblin. Thank you. Jeez whiz. Iceman, no. But now you're in. At least you're in the right. You're in the right zone. It is. It's three. It's 3 syllables. 2 words, 3 syllables.
Ugh.
So like Green Goblin is that's a good thought. Oh, and Bublé did a jazz version of the theme song. So yeah, do a quiz night. Do a quiz night, she says. All right, we'll come up with that. You just want the answer? There's Human Torch, Spider-Man, and the Human Torch.
The Human Torch.
Yeah.
Flame on.
Yes. And there was actually a couple of Human Torches. One was an android. Human Torch. There you go. Spider-Man and the Human Torch. Yeah. It's neat. Cool song. Cool stuff. Sticks 2. If you've never heard Sticks 2, get it. Check it out. I was checking out Blondie today. I've never checked out Blondie. Besides the videos.
The old movie series with Dagwood?
No, but those are great. Those are great. That woman was so charming. She was like charming, like Elizabeth
Singleton.
Montgomery.
Penny
What's
Singleton.
that?
I think her name was Penny Singleton. I love those. I love those shows.
Yeah. Those were funny. Those were great. And then his boss, what was his boss's name? Oh. He's played by the same guy who plays the lawyer on Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, really?
Here's one for you. How about the theme song to Chico and the Man?
Ooh, I haven't even thought about that one.
Now, here's another Miracle on 34th Street. Who from Chico and the Man is in Miracle on 34th Street? And what does he play? Somebody out here knows that. Shaft.
Well, it's got to be the Man, right?
Yep, it's the Man.
Or Charlie Bucket's grandfather.
All right, but it is the Man.
I do remember him.
Or Charlie Bucket's grandfather. Yes.
And of course, he was really young, but I believe he still looked old, even though he was young.
Kind of. He did have a receding hairline. It wasn't like, hey, he's young. He's got all that hair. He still already had a receding hairline. But he plays the guy sorting the mail who gives him the idea to, hey, why don't we just send it down? Hey, and then he's like, hey, throwing the mail afterwards. He was like a woman in Chipotle tossing chips. They're just letters going everywhere. That's one of my favorite parts. I love that guy. He's so cool. Hey, what all I'm saying is, why should we keep it all
Miracle on 34th Street and Willy Wonka? How about that?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Slick. George of the Jungle. Oh, that's a great
George of the Jungle. Good one. Matlock. What about Go-Go Gophers? That's a great one.
Good.
What was the F Troop theme song like?
It was really good.
Yeah. What about Rocky and Bullwinkle theme? That was good too. Yeah, we were mentioning Kojak earlier. Who loves you, baby? You know what I saw? I went to Euclid Records a couple of days ago, and I look on the wall, and when I was a kid, I just saw they're back there. One of these days, I'm going to redo them. I got to find a couple of people who are just willing to have fun and do some voiceover stuff with me. Because I need somebody to do the Falcon, and some of the voices I can probably just do myself, do a lot of different voices, but Power Records. And then there was, what was the children's, record label that had like the clown, a little logo with a clown. It was a simple clown logo. It wasn't anything really detailed.
I don't know.
Seemed to me it kind of came out with a clown head on the top. Almost like a pop-up, you know? Yeah, Mancini. I love Mancini. And Emergency, thought about that one earlier. Yeah. I never said anything, but yeah, I thought about that. There was Emergency. That was the one about the fire, right? That was the firehouse. Or was that the one about the emergency with the hospital?
Man, I can't remember. What was the hospital one called?
That was a cult, Stu. What's she talking about?
Yeah, Pink cartoon is awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Okay, I got to look it up now. But anyway, they put out these records that were dramatizations of stories, and so Power Records is what I grew up listening to. And wow, we're 3 minutes from our end. And Rampart, that was another one. Yeah. That was back in that day, Rampart. But anyway, Power Records was the one that I would listen to that had these dramatizations of comic books. So you had the 45 in the back, and you'd do read through the comic, and it was a dramatization. So what did I find? I find a Kojak one. I should have taken a picture of it.
Kojak.
Yeah, they had these story dramatizations with the clown logo on. So it's like for kids. They had a Kojak record for kids. Who loves you, baby? I could just see a mom looking at her kid going, "Who loves you? Kojak." Like, what? Kojak children's record. I'm gonna put in.
Boy, we're getting things confused here between emergency, hospital.
Oh, here it is. Detective Kojak, 4 exciting detective stories. Suckers.
Ooh, Columbo. We've heard that tonight.
Yeah, Columbo. Yeah.
So when should we do the brackets? Are we going to do it next week or week after? What do you want to do?
Well, since I don't have a calendar right here with the correct dates and whatnot.
I've got one here. All right. So next Wednesday is the 19th.
Yeah. So I'd say the next one after that. We usually do it on the last one, right? So what do we got? Today is the 12th, the 26th. Should give us plenty of time for everybody to chime in with a list who wants to take part, right?
Who wants to take part, baby?
So Columbo, yeah, Inspector Gadget. That's a great one.
All right, so we'll do it in 2 weeks, and we can do like an open chat or something next week, and then we'll bring it up next week. Just
play with yourselves, club.
There was a commercial where Telly Savalas is selling some kind of, I don't know, some kind of vacation thing in Lake Tahoe.
Really?
But instead of Lake Tahoe, he was a real hipster. He just said Tahoe, but he didn't pronounce it Tahoe. He called it Tao. And I don't know why. It was so funny. It's
like down south, they call it Narlands. Tao. It's Tahoe. That's what I said. Tahoe.
Here's JD breaking down the whole emergency controversy we got brewing in the chat.
Was Station 51, and the hospital in it was Rampart, which actually exists in LA. It's UCLA Medical Center now.
Was it Medical Center, another TV show?
Yeah, It was.
What was what's the guy's name? Gerard, something Gerard. Wasn't he
Gil
in
Gerard.
what's that?
Gil Gerard.
Gil Gerard.
Buck
Wasn't
Rogers?
he in wasn't he in a hospital show in the 70s?
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Wasn't there a show called The Doctors?
Could be.
Yeah, there's Quincy. Yeah.
No one's mentioned.
Trapper John.
Barnaby Jones.
Barnaby. I was so close to doing that because when I said canon, I thought of that. Barnaby Jones.
Barnaby Jones, like an 80-year-old guy running around there.
That's really gonna scare me. That and Cannon, let's face it, Cannon and Barnaby Jones were two of the least threatening looking cops ever.
What about Ironsides?
Oh well, all right. But he was a lawyer, wasn't he?
He laid down a couple of sticks, he can't even move anymore.
But he wasn't a cop. I mean, I'd be afraid of Mannix. I'd be concerned if Mannix was on my ass. But you got Barnaby Jones on your ass, and you're like, or Cannon. You're like, all I got to do is outrun him for the first couple of minutes, and then they're dead. Well, doggy.
He played Cannon and the Fat Man, right? Jake and the Fat Man?
Yeah. Jake and the Fat Man, yeah.
He wasn't typecast at all.
What about Hee Haw? What about that theme song for
for a variety show? Yes.
For a variety show, yeah.
Oh yes, Hee Haw. That's awesome.
How about that chubby Shatner?
That sounds like a nickname for something.
LA Law theme. That was another Mike Post that was really good. NYPD Blue, another Mike Post, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Boy in the Woodda. I was just thinking about. No, wait. It was LA Law that I was thinking of. That's what had what's his head was on there, right? Harry
Potter.
What was it? What was it?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
What the heck's his last name? Harry Balls. No. Damn. It was kind of an interesting, kind of a silly sounding name to me.
Hamlin?
Harry Hamlin. Is that right? Harry Hamlin. Okay. Yeah, and he was in Clash of the Titans, the original Clash of the Titans.
All right.
Sha-na-na.
Got to do your Bowser impression.
It never gets old, does it?
Bowser.
You know, Christine was on stage with Sha-na-na. Catherine, if you're a big fan of theirs or at all, Christine, actually, she was in junior high and she got pulled up on stage. Yeah, Perseus. Yeah. All right. So great stuff. Great thoughts tonight out there in the chat. Thank you for so many great ideas.
So we'll do a show next week, open chat or whatever, and then in 2 weeks we'll do the brackets for sitcoms. We'll start with sitcoms.
Boop. Yeah. Sitcoms. Okay, 24, 32. 32. List 32.
32.
Sitcom. Okay.
Now, chances are we'll probably go past our hour and 30-minute mark because it usually takes close to 2 hours for that.
Yeah. Unless we just move it along. We should see how fast we could do it.
Move it.
Just move that along. Just move it along. Oh, yeah. What about the Phil Silver show?
There's not something you hear every day. Huge fan of Sha-na-na.
You do not hear that every day.
No.
And maybe we should more often.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Where would Dance Fever go on this? Variety show, I guess?
Yes. Yeah, and like the Midnight Special. That's another show.
Solid
Gold. Yeah.
Man, we watched some terrible TV growing up. Holy smokes. You don't have cable. God. No one else is going to be tortured like that ever again.
We have streaming services to prove it.
Yeah. Would you be watching Dance Fever and Solid Gold if you had cable?
What about In Living Color? That was a great one too. I've always time gone. I can't answer any more questions. That would push it further.
He's punched out for the day. He's done.
Yeah, I would assume after last night's tomfoolery. So, first saw Duran Duran on Dance Fever.
Well, that's all right. I like that.
What's really crazy is when you go back and look at like American Bandstand too, and look at all the bands that were there. You know, I have to say this: it freaks me out to watch a show like Frasier and get into the later seasons and the things that they mention on the show, and I'm like, holy shit, was that all the way back then? I'm like, that happened that long ago that they were mentioning it on this show. Whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. I can't remember what they were focusing on it. But I was like, God, I can't believe that happened.
I was wondering why Papa Pete keeps he keeps sending a message. Did you see the tickle trunk? I'm like, what are you talking about? I forgot. He sent the tickle trunk. Here you go.
Oh. Oh man, he's got a tickle trunk.
What's in that thing?
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
I'm glad we didn't miss that. That'd have been terrible if Pete sent the tickle trunk. We didn't even get it on.
It don't get much more perverted than that.
Oh, I got one last thing to add. Love American Style.
Oh, Love American Style. I watched that show like crazy. Oh, you know another great theme song, Starsky and Hutch. I love the Starsky and Hutch theme. I think they had two different ones. And they may have had a different one at the end. I'll have to check that out. I'm going to look that up now that we're done.
And we'll leave you with this thought, the final thought of the day.
Danny Terrio taught John Travolta how to dance.
Why didn't they just put Danny Terrio in the movie?
I don't know. They should have. They should have. That would have been a great, moving on. Same as Love Canadian Style, but no parkas and no toques. David Bowie forgetting the lyrics while lip syncing Fame on Soul Train. Ooh, that's like James Brown he did the wrong lyrics in on the during the Super Bowl halftime show.
Do you remember the blind guy on American Idol?
No, well, maybe
they had a blind singer on there on American Idol.
Yeah,
you know how they do those cornball openings where they'd all be out there singing.
Yes, yeah.
They were all lip syncing, and the poor blind guy, they set him up for failure because he's there playing the piano, and he thinks the mic is here. The mic is way over here, and he's singing like crazy, and you can hear him clear as a bell, but the mic's way over here. It's like, oh my gosh, how embarrassing! Poor guy. Who did that to him? Someone did it to him.
Well, he'll never see it, so
That's a good point.
That's as bad as my buddy's dad who, hey, did you see Stevie Wonder's new guitar? No, neither is he. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Oh, hey, I have to make mention of this. Help me out, guys. The actress that was in she's in Flashdance. What's her name?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Never seen it.
I don't know that I've ever watched it either, but anyway, I got to know what her name is.
Last name
Jennifer Beals.
Oh.
Yeah, Jennifer Beals. Beautiful woman.
I thought her name was Jennifer Beals. There you go.
Yeah, Jennifer Beals. Yeah, Jennifer Beals. Just don't say it more than once.
We got two Irene Caras. What's that about?
Yeah, she sang the theme. She sang the theme to Fame.
Oh, okay.
But Jennifer Beals, though, what a beautiful woman. She was on an episode of Frasier, right towards the end. And she's in the new Boba Fett show, like JD says here. And I mean, just a stunning woman. Just
if you would have
wonderful.
said she was in the first or second episode of Frasier, I could have commented.
Exactly. But no, you're about 10 seasons off. 10 seasons plus, because it's almost the end. It's almost at the end when
Should we call it a night, Stuart?
yeah, we should. Boba Fett show. Check out Book of Boba Fett. It is so far so good. The first episode or second episode was done by Robert Rodriguez, who also did Alita, Battle Angel, and many other great things. But of course, Jon Favreau is in charge of it again, just like Mandalorian. So if you're looking for a good show like Mandalorian, enjoy Book of Boba Fett. It'll almost make you think that there never was a, what was it called? Rise of what? Anyway, it's not worth mentioning. Damn you, Go Game Gone.
Just
Go Game Go Gone. Oh man. Oh, that's right. It does air tonight. The new episode starts tonight. It dropped today. So
in 2 weeks we're doing the brackets for sitcoms only. And so get your Yes, thank you. Do I
just trying not to.
If anybody wants to send their list, nobody sent my list last time.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to send a list, I don't
32
Let me just
top
do this.
sitcom theme songs.
I'm just going to send an email here. You can do this one. This might be easier to remember for people. I don't know. It's a little confusing. Go Game Go wasn't available. So I did go game go at gmail.com.
Cool.
So if you want to send your 32 list of sitcoms, send them there. Make sure you put them in order, though.
So how would you say that? Gogamego go, right? Gogamego go. Now I really sound Japanese.
Gamego. Go.
Gogamego go. I did it better the first time.
That's actually kind of fun to say.
It really is. Like Francisco. Oh, that's fun to say.
He's an angry elf.
Do it, my friend. One more time.
All right.
When he goes running down that boardroom table, I love that.
Yeah, he's smart.
What a great scene. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Fine. We'll go to Gilligan's Island.
Yes. All right. We're out of here. Woo, see you Wednesday.
Oh, did I do something here? Yeah.